yesterday we have set up the Jenkins server and slave as well. Okay, and you can see that two slaves are there. One is a Linux. Okay, the username password will be admin. Okay, so one is a Linux slave, one is a Windows slave. You can see in the dashboard. So let's begin creating the jobs. So you have an option, a button called create new jobs, or you can click on new item. Anything is fine. Okay, and you have a look at this. Enter the name of an item. Item nothing but it's a job name. So let me enter project 1 underscore bell, my first project. Okay, some name you need to give it. Typically we give the project name. There are different types of project jobs are there. Okay, generally we go for the freestyle project. Okay, choose the freestyle and say okay. So to set up the typical Jenkins build, right, this is continuous integration build. I say something like, as part of the continuous integration build, okay, job creation. So a typical CA build contains these are all the steps. Okay, so first thing is check out the code, build the code. Okay, unit test the code, report the issues. So these are the typical things, and apart from this you can find scheduling as well. Okay, like every nightly, every 1 hour, every 2 hours, so this kind of stuff. So a job configuration contains all this stuff. Now your job is to configure all of them in one of the project or one of the job. Okay, where is it? So this is what job configuration page. So project build is the one which you given already. Okay, now description you can write this, you can write anything, it's optional guys. Okay, this is a Java build. Okay, something like that. Okay, now once that is done, then I'll not go through all the options immediately. I'll go to them later, but I'll go to the important ones for the first round. Then I'll come back to the same screen and we'll see the rest of them. Restrict where this project can be run. So in this option, right, you need to define where on which slave you want to run it. If you look at the architecture of it, yesterday you configure two slaves, right? So on which slave you want to run it, you just type a character. It will come up like the slave names which starts with the W, and if I say L, the slave names which are starting with the Linux. Okay, so I'm just typing the W, Windows server. I want to run it in a Windows slave. Right, that's the first thing. And second thing is you need to check out the code, right? Do you have a subversion or a git? I have like which server we have it guys? Subversion. Do we have the subversion or at the moment? I don't know, I didn't remember. Subversion, what is the IP address? 1510. Okay, this was the IP address. I don't know whether this is up or not. This is not up guys. I will need the subversion now. This is 1610. 1610 is this one. Okay, not required subversion. We set up the git as well, right? So where did we set up the git actually? I didn't remember. There is also in the Linux. Guys, anyone remember gitblit? Where did you set up? I forgot the gitblit. Local host. No one remember. Where did you set up the gitblit? Come on. So documents, downloads. We are starting the gitblit now. Okay, it's up. So go to your repository. This is what your repository, and we worked on git bash git practice. Okay, repo. Okay, so I have some code base over here. Let me try to delete all this. I need to add a proper project, so that's the reason I'm deleting it. So let's get a Maven project. We have a web application, right? Yeah, not this one. This is what the application. Copy this code. Paste it. We don't need the target. That will be generated at build time. Git status. Add, commit. Add new web app. That's it. Okay, now I have a code base in my Git repository. Okay, so I have a proper code base. You can check it out if you want. Where I'm pushing it actually. Oh, sorry. I need to push it. I need to push it, right? Git push. Harry. Now you refresh it. Yes, I have this code. So once you have this code, now come back to your Jenkins. Okay. So choose your Git repository. As part of the steps, right? The build steps. If you look at it, check out the code. So to check out the code, you have to define svn or git and all. Okay, whichever is your repository. Now mine is a Git repository. So try to provide your Git repository. If you want an example, this guy will provide. So you need to provide the Git repository link. Okay. So let's take the Git repository link from here. Copy this and paste it over here. Okay. And credentials. You need to access the credentials, right? So just try to provide the credentials. Username, password. Harry. Get credentials. Okay. Add it. Now choose Git Harry. Get credentials. Okay. Don't give localhost, guys. You need to provide the IP address of your machine. ipconfig. Yeah. 192.168.16.1. Check it out whether you could able to access it or not. Okay. You can check the Git plugin documentation if you want. It's an example how you provide it. Okay. He provided, if it is HTTP like this, if it is SSH like this, I don't think it is required. Okay. Now the default branch will be the master it will check out. Okay. Now once you define the repository, come back in the build section. You have to define which one you want to execute. Okay. Is it a Maven one? If it is a Maven, choose the Maven. Okay. So you don't want to define anything. It will take the default pom.xml. Okay. Goals will be typically if you want to execute a particular goal, you can do that. Okay. Or otherwise we can define I wanted to do the packaging. Okay, just leave that, and postgre I'll come and show you later. But whatever you did right now, just save the changes and your job is ready, guys. Okay, this is what your build job. So let's try to trigger and see whether it is really running fine or not. Click on build now. and it is saying pending. The reason it is, the Windows slave one is offline. Okay, offline nothing but it is down. So actually the slave you need to make it up. It was down because I'm using my laptop, right? So let me try to run this. Okay, it's now it is up, so that your project should be started. Can you see your project is started? Project one build. So first it will check out the code. Let's see. It's cloning the repository. It is failed for clone the repository. So something wrong, guys. Let's try to fix this. Cloning the repository. Click on configure. Let's try one more time. Okay. Seems to be it is unable to find the Git. Let's do one thing. Let's define the Git. Go to the manage Jenkins. Configure system. Can find somewhere Git. Git plugin. So let's check on this side. Yeah, default Git. We need to provide the path of it. This is what I'm looking for. See, program files, Git. Okay. Let's see now. Yeah, it's cloning now. Did you see this? So the git path was not defined earlier. Okay, now it is successfully cloned. If you want, you can cross check it. But it is throwing another error called Maven. Maven is not defined. Okay, so you can check it out whether it is really cloned or not by clicking on the workspace. And if you click on workspace, you can see the source code here. Can you see this? src pom.xml. Now let's define the Maven path as well. Okay, so go to your slave. So everything you had to define in the slave. Check it out. Okay, Maven is not there here. Environment variables and m2 underscore home. You just define the environment variable Maven practice. This home location you just define it for right now. And once that is done, manage Jenkins, configure system. So check where is the Maven setting. Somewhere you can find Maven. Okay, seems to be not there. Let me look at the log one more time. MVN is not recognized as an internal command. If I open CLS MVN, this works fine. I don't need to say anything. Okay, but why it is not taking that? So look at the Windows slave system information so that I'll be knowing whether the path is set properly or not. MVN. Okay, M2 home is set. Okay, now what I understand is it is not reading your system variables properly. Okay, so we'll do one thing. To read your system variable, instead of waiting for system variables, yep, here I found it. They moved it in earlier Git version, earlier Jenkins version. It is there in the same configure section. Now it is there somewhere else. And Maven, all the locations are there. Okay, my Maven, okay, just define some name. So once you define some name there, what you will do it, you come back to your slave, click on slave, and go to the configure system. And now you can find the tool location. Can you see my Maven? Now you have to provide the path of where is your Maven. Okay. That's it. Now you try to build it and see. No, not working. Let's relaunch this. Okay, now we'll try running. It's still not recognizing MN command. Let's try this way. If it works, it's good. So this guy is saying global tools and find Maven installations that you can set it up. Also, you should avoid directly calling Maven via command line in your jobs. Try Maven project or Freeserver, then use the build step, invoke Maven targets. Okay, maybe it is about quoting try this. Is the path for Jenkins job set to include the Maven path? Are you referring to the settings path? If yes, so I have configured a path which is used to find executives, not on build set path on my machine, not in Jenkins. Okay, the another workaround is, guys, I don't know whether this jar is running from here. I'll do one thing. Downloads, open CMD, slave agent. Let's see this server and system information. Yep, now I think it should come. Okay, so go back to your project builder. Yes, it's trying to build now. The reason for not building the Maven is we are running from the client from the browser. Instead of from the browser, try to run the JNLMP file from the command prompt. If you try to run this from the command prompt, it will take all your path variables. It is not taking the path variables earlier. Now it is taking the path variables. That's it. It's been successful, guys, now. Your build is successful in Jenkins, and once it is successful, this is how you see it. Okay, and who triggered? Admin triggered. And which revision number? This revision number is the latest revision number. If you want, you can see this C33 in your git bit. Okay, go to the repositories, you can watch it. Okay, commits, click on commits. You can find the latest commit. Can you see C3356? That's what mentioned of you. And if you click on status, this is what the status. Changes, you can see what changes. There's no changes at the moment. If you want, you can pull, you can do commit some changes and you can just find it out. Okay, so let's say echo va pom.xml. I'm just trying to do something. Let me make it as a 1.1. Okay, git add. I'm making some changes. Git commit -m. Added new version of pom.xml. Okay, now do the git push. Right, now you try to trigger the build one more time and see this. If you click on it, you can see the console log, how it is doing. Done. Now I'll show you what do you mean by changes. If you click on changes, now you can find, see, just now I clicked added new version. Who added? Harry added. Click on it, you can find all this stuff. So this is all about, like, creating a job, and these are all the options available. Okay, now I'll go through the detailed view of the job in the next session, guys, because not many folks are there at the moment, so I don't want to go into the much detail. So for right now, to get into the practice for you, you create a job and try to run it and see whether it is successful or not with the Git repository as a Maven build. Okay, in a post build actions, like, we can do many things: sending an emails, archiving artifacts, publishing the unit test reports, blah blah blah. There's so many options out there. These are all I'll explain in the next session. For today, I'm just stopping for now. Will not cover much. We'll see the rest of stuff. I mean, I'll cover in detail in the next session. Okay. So when it comes to next session, I don't know, in the weekend few guys are available, few guys are not available. So that's the reason. Let's catch up on Monday itself. Okay. So no session on tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Okay. We'll catch on Monday same time. Right? Any questions still here? Sunil? You there, Sunil?